What's going on, guys? For this video, I allowed you guys to vote on what lighting design you guys wanted next, and by popular demand, this video is going to be for Lightning Strike 2.0. I've added a lot of upgrades to my original Lightning Strike effect. This one has different color background options. It's got multiple lightning strikes. Each strike runs on their own timer, which means that they're not going to follow a specific pattern. They're going to be somewhat random. There's also going to be options for a lightning strike on key press, including an audio meter for thunder in the clouds. I'm really excited to do this video considering that my original lightning strike video is my most popular video, and I've learned so much since I've done that video, and there's so many good upgrades that I can do. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'm going to show you guys just how I did this effect. Let's go. Alright guys, first step, we're going to create the background for it. So what you're going to do is you're going to change this existing layer to a wave layer. And all I did is selected all my available lighting. Click on that drop down and I chose a 5-tone wave. And we're going to leave the ends black just as they are. Like the first, third, and fifth nodes are going to stay black, and we're only going to change the second and the fourth nodes to add our color. So let's just go with a blue one. So if we're going with blue, we're going to change these two to blue, and we're actually going to darken that blue effect down the meter a little bit here with the brightness. So once you have the color that you want, copy that code and you can paste it into this one so that it matches. And we're going to change our speed down now to about 2, and we're going to make our width percentage 300. Angles at 90 degrees, and hit save. So this is all I did for the background in the lightning effect. And if you want different colors, you can just duplicate this wave and change the colors up, and now you have different colored options for your background. Now if you want a spectrum cycling background, all you have to do is add in spectrum cycling and choose all of your keys. Change that color to whatever you want your spectrum cycling to be. You can add it to where it's just a couple colors and it goes back and forth between those, or you can make it however you want. But once you've created your spectrum cycling background and you also have other wave type backgrounds, what you're going to want to do is create a new group folder and change this to backgrounds. And then just add your effects for your backgrounds into this folder. You can also add an ambient awareness background into your lighting design. What you're going to do is just click on ambient awareness, select all of your keyboard lighting, and the region, you're just going to keep it full screen right here. So that way it matches what is on your desktop or what is actually being displayed on your monitor. So if you have ambient awareness as a background, your keyboard lighting is going to match whatever is being displayed on your monitor. So that covers all the background options that we have for this design. Now I'm going to show you guys how I did the lightning strikes. If you look at a real lightning strike, it's going to brighten up the whole sky, and then you're going to see the actual strike or the movement of electricity. So that's what I tried to replicate with this one. I'm going to show you guys just how I did it. So to create this lightning strike, what we're going to do is we're going to add a new wave layer, and we're just going to name this lightning strike 1. And once you have this new layer selected, go ahead and hold Control and just select out the pattern that you're going to want for your lightning strike effect. I'm going to go with something that looks like this, something a little bit jagged, and it's going to just travel downward. On your color drop down, go ahead and choose a 3-tone pattern. And what we're going to do is we're going to select this center one and we're going to make it white. So all F's and the hex code. And once you've done that, click on this center one and hit the addition. That's just going to copy it. And so we're going to have 4 nodes total, 2 white ones, and then on the edges, on the outsides of this, it's going to be invisible. So make these outside ones invisible and just pull that all the way into the white node. This one, let's make that one invisible as well, and just pull that one all the way left until you have like a short section of pattern here. Once you've done that, go ahead and click off of there, and we're going to angle our pattern down at 180 degrees. We're going to make our width percentage 200%, and we're also going to add a 2-second pause to this effect. So now you can see it doesn't really look like a lightning effect. It's kind of just slowly making its pattern down. What we have to do to make this whole lightning strike light up at the same time is change the values of the color gradient for each row, and I'm going to show you what I mean. We're going to leave the top 2 the same, and this next row down, we're going to click on that key. We're going to click on this color gradient, and we're just going to grab these white nodes and just move them in just a couple of different clicks. Just drag it over just a couple of different spots. That's it. And then hit save. We're going to do the same thing for the next row. So just click on that gradient, grab the white, and move it down even farther. And we're just slowly going to make this white be more narrow and more narrow as it goes down. And what you can do is you can copy the effect you just changed and paste it into the next one, and then you know where you left off on the previous key. So I'm going to drag this down a little bit more, just like that. Hit save. I'm going to copy that and paste it in the next row. Now I'm going to delete one of the white keys, and now I only have a single white node in the middle. And I'm also going to drag the left node in a little bit and the right node in a little bit, just like that. That looks good. I'm going to copy that, paste it into the next one. Do the same thing. Drag in the left node a little bit and the right node a little bit. Hit save. Copy that and then paste it into your Razer logo finally. Click on your color drop down and just drag those outsides in a little bit more. Hit save. So now you can see every once in a while my lightning strike will light up and it travels from top to bottom. Now a real lightning strike brightens up initially and lights up the whole entire sky. So that's what we're going to replicate. So with these top 2 keys, what we're going to do is we're going to copy those and we're going to paste those in these other rows in the top. All the ones that don't have the effect, and we're going to paste it. Double click on this row and it's going to highlight every key. We're going to hold control and deselect our initial keys that we use for the lightning bolt. Click on our color drop down and we're going to delete out this very left white node. So now you just have the one on the right, and we're just going to drag this left invisible node in all the way and pinch that color down. The wave goes from right to left on your gradient when you're angled down. What it's going to do is it's going to brighten up the whole entire row as soon as that wave starts, as you can see here in the preview. I'm going to copy that whole top row like that. I'm going to hold control and I'm going to select the second row as well, and I'm going to paste that in. I'm going to hold control and I'm going to select all of the keys that are on that bottom row, and I'm going to change the color value here on the F. Instead of F, I'm going to put E on the end, and what that does is it makes it different from the top row so they brighten up at the same exact time. And that's all there is to making the lightning bolt. Now I'm going to add in a couple different more, and there's going to be some small changes that we do to that. So what I'm going to do initially is right click on this effect layer we just made, duplicate that one. We're going to change this one to Lightning Strike 2. You delete out the sky effect, and I'm going to delete out all the keys here except these top 2. I'm going to keep these top 2, and I'm going to copy that effect and I'm going to paste it over here. Delete these 2 initial ones. So now you have this same effect that you had right here. We have it over here on the left side. What we're going to do is we're going to change the color gradient a little bit. So we're going to drag everything over to the left, all the way over to the left side. So what you're going to have is Same exact lighting effect, but it's just going to start later in the wave. The middle one will go, and then the left side will go. You can see in this preview, the middle strike strikes, and then the left side strikes. So we're going to do the same thing we did with our first wave, but now we're going to do that on the left side of the color gradient. And then likewise, when you make a lightning strike on the right side, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to move all of your color gradients over to the right side. So now what we have is a middle lightning strike and a lightning strike on the left that does the same exact thing. But right now, the one on the left is always going to follow the middle one. What we can do to change that is you click on all of these lighting effect changes you made in here, and you can change your width percentage to 180% and hit save. And you can do that with all of these. Change them all to 180. This row, this row, this row, and that one. So once you've changed all of those to 180, you can hit save, and now you can see initially this one is going to follow that one, but it's going to take less time to come back to this lightning strike than it will for this one. So you can see eventually this one will catch up to that one. Sometimes they'll strike at the same time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a lightning strike on press option. So when you press a key, the lightning will strike. Go ahead and add a new wave layer. What we're going to do is we're going to select where we want our lightning strike to be. And I'm going to begin with these two keys again. You can start wherever you want. This is going to be different from the other lightning strikes because you're going to take up your entire pattern for your lightning strike. So I'm going to click on my color drop down, and I'm going to choose a 3-tone pattern once again. Make this white once again. But this time I'm not going to bring the nodes in all the way. I'm going to take up the whole entire bar. I'm going to copy this white one and drag this all the way over. Make my outside nodes invisible. Keeping our speed at 15. Changing our angle down to 180. And for width percentage, we're going to drop this down to 10%. Actually, let's make it 20%. No pause, and it's going to start on press. You're going to want to make sure you do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these ones I made already, copy it, and then just go down to your next row. Paste it. Drag in your white nodes a little bit, just like we did with the original, and hit save. Copy that, paste it here on the next row, and do the same thing. Now we have our lightning strike completely done, and it's all done on press. So anytime you press a key, you can see on press we have a lightning strike. And we're going to add one more thing to this lighting design that is going to make it pop a little bit when you have audio playing. So we're going to add an audio meter. Click on that audio meter layer and make sure you have that selected in there. And we're going to hold control, and we're just going to select in a few of our top rows that are kind of in the clouds. And these are going to light up white when there's audio playing. So it adds an extra little twinkle effect in the sky, or kind of replicates thunder. So with our audio meter layer selected and our selected keys, click on your color drop down, and we're going to make this just a 2-color pattern. The bottom is going to be invisible. That way you can see patterns underneath this one when it's low. And then our top is going to be white. And it's going to be bright white whenever there's music playing. For my settings on audio meter, I like to have auto checked off, and then I like to have my decay down a little bit. This is the settings I like to keep when I do audio meter. So now when we play music, you can see that our clouds kind of light up, creating an additional effect for thunder in the sky. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked the upgraded version from the original lightning strike that I had made previously. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe and bell icon. That way you guys see upcoming keyboard lighting videos. As always, you can follow me on my social media accounts, Twitter and on Instagram. And I also stream on Twitch every once in a while at UnrealHero_. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, comments are much appreciated. Ideas on upcoming lighting designs are always more than welcome, and I'll see you guys in the next video.